Most people don't quit because they are lazy. They quit because they feel confused. They start learning something with excitement, a skill, a subject, a dream. At first, everything feels alive. Progress comes fast. Mistakes feel small. Confidence grows quickly. They think, wow, maybe I'm good at this. Then one day, something changes. They practice again, but nothing improves. They try harder, still nothing. They are not bad, they are not failing, but they are not moving forward either. And this creates a quiet pain. A pain that sounds like this inside the head. Why am I stuck? Why is this so hard now? Maybe I don't have what it takes. This pain feels personal, like a weakness, like a flaw in character. But this pain is not a problem. It is a signal. Your brain is not broken. It is doing exactly what it was designed to do. Human brains evolved to save energy. When something becomes familiar, the brain automates it. Automation feels smooth. Smooth feels easy. Easy feels like no progress. This is not a motivation issue. It is not discipline. It is biology. You are not dealing with software. You are dealing with hardware. You cannot try harder to change hardware. You must send the right signal. This stuck phase has a name. It is called a learning plateau. A plateau is not a dead end. It is a flat surface. No reward, no excitement, just repetition. This is where most people stop, not because they can't continue, but because they misunderstand what is happening. They think growth should always feel exciting, but real growth feels quiet. Inside your brain, something is happening. Connections are reorganizing. Errors are being removed. Patterns are becoming efficient. But you cannot see it yet. So your brain asks for proof. Likes, praise, results. When none appear, doubt enters. This is where dabblers are created. Dabblers jump. They change methods. They change skills. They chase the beginner feeling again. Fast progress, quick wins. Then another plateau. Then another jump. This cycle feels productive, but it creates nothing deep. Masters don't escape the plateau. They understand it. They know one thing. Growth only happens when the brain feels slightly uncomfortable. Not stressed, not overwhelmed, not exhausted, just challenged enough to pay attention. This is where one simple idea changes everything. The 15% push. Not a big push, not extreme effort, not burnout, just a small step beyond comfort. Think of your current ability as a circle. Inside the circle is what feels safe. Outside is what feels impossible. The 15% lives just outside the circle. Close enough to reach, far enough to stretch. This is how the brain learns. If the task is too easy, the brain ignores it. If the task is too hard, the brain panics. But when the task is slightly hard, the brain adapts. That adaptation is learning. Most people practice at zero push. They repeat what they already know. Some people push too much. They overload themselves and quit. Masters stay in the middle. If today you study for 20 minutes, the 15% push is not 2 hours tomorrow. It is 23 minutes. If today you use simple ideas, the 15% push is adding one idea that feels confusing. If today you avoid mistakes, the 15% push is allowing one mistake and fixing it. Small, controlled, intentional. This removes fear. You don't need confidence first. You don't need motivation first. The action comes first. The brain follows. Another important truth: time does not equal progress. 1 hour of comfort teaches nothing. 10 minutes of real challenge teaches a lot. This is why mastery looks boring from the outside. Same routine, same focus, same effort. But inside, the skill is sharpening. The plateau is where identity begins to change. You stop asking, "Am I talented?" You start asking, "What is my 15% today?" That question removes shame. No self-attack, no comparison, just design. You are not weak, you are human, and human brains grow only under gentle pressure. Now let's talk about how to use this idea in real life. Because knowing the 15% push is not enough, you must apply it correctly. Many people think they are pushing, but actually they are staying safe. Others think they are doing 15%, but they are pushing too hard and burning out. So we need clarity. Your 15% push is measured by pain. It is measured by resistance. Resistance feels like this. This feels uncomfortable. I don't feel confident. I might make a mistake. But resistance does not feel like this. I am exhausted. I hate this. I can't continue. That difference matters. If it feels impossible, it is too much. If it feels boring, it is too little. The 15% lives in between. Here is a very simple tool. After you practice, ask yourself one question. Could I do this again tomorrow? If the answer is no, you pushed too hard. If the answer is yes and it felt easy, you pushed too little. If the answer is yes and it felt challenging, you did it right. This is how masters adjust. Not with emotion, not with motivation, with feedback. Another mistake people make is confusing effort with progress. Watching more videos is not progress. Planning more is not progress. Thinking about improvement is not progress. These are safe actions. They feel productive, but they avoid risk. Real progress feels slightly unsafe. It involves mistakes. It involves slowing down. It involves facing weak areas. That is why many people avoid it. This is called fake effort. Real effort trains the brain. Masters choose real effort, but gently. They don't attack themselves. They don't force discipline. They design their environment. This is the external tool. Make the 15% easy to start. Remove distractions. Lower the starting point. Decide the task before you begin. Not, "I will study today," but "I will solve one hard problem." Clear task, small size. That clarity reduces resistance. Now the social tool. Stop explaining your goals to everyone. Most people don't understand plateaus. They expect visible results. When results are slow, their doubt becomes noise. Protect your process. Silence is not hiding. Silence is focus. Masters grow quietly. Over time, something important happens. You stop chasing motivation, because motivation comes after action, not before. You also stop comparing yourself, because comparison disappears when progress is internal. This is where identity shifts. You no longer see yourself as someone who is trying. You see yourself as someone who shows up, even on bad days, even with low energy. Because 15% on a bad day is still growth. This removes guilt. You stop feeling behind. You stop feeling broken. You understand design. Your brain needs gentle pressure, not force, not shame. Consistency beats intensity. 10 days of small push beats 1 day of extreme effort. This is why mastery lasts. It is not fragile. It does not disappear under pressure, because it was built slowly. And one day, without realizing it, you look back. The thing that once felt hard now feels natural. The thing that once scared you now feels normal. Not because you are special, but because you stayed. The plateau was never the enemy. It was the doorway. So here is the next step. Today, don't do more. Do slightly better. Find one place you are avoiding. Apply 15%, then stop. Come back tomorrow and repeat. That is how dabblers become masters. Not suddenly, not dramatically, but permanently.